This video contains content that may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Malcolm X warned us about these days and the type of people that we would encounter in these days. Lil Wayne has come out and says that, not all cops are bad. Why, at this particular point in time, would Lil Wayne find it necessary to come out and make that particular statement? And I've been noticing that these supremacists, is that what they call themselves? Because I don't consider them to be supreme anything. But these people, they have a slew of what we would call coons that are ready and willing to do their bidding. And since this catastrophe that is fallen upon the black community in the death of George Floyd and many others, you have people like Lil Wayne, Candice Owens, Charles Barkley, who feel it to be necessary to let white people know that, hey, regardless of what those other Negroes say, we know there's some good white people out there. That is a given. We're not talking about anybody that's good. We're talking about bad people. And to water it down, you say, well, hey, what about the good cops? Well, what about them? Why don't we ever see the good cops? Why is it that the ones they call so-called good cops, only time you see them was out there playing basketball with children or some bullshit, never on some real shit, like preventing someone from being killed by a fellow officer? But there is a reason why people like Charles Barkley and Candace Owens and many others, there's a reason why they come out against what the masses of black people say.
Devils. Teaching this kind of a doctrine of hate and a doctrine of separationism, is bound to inflame the passions of people, wouldn't you imagine? The deeds that the white man has committed against black people is what is inflaming black people. There's no teaching inflames anyone. It's what you do to a man that inflames him. And if the white man wants black people to love him, then he should do something to warrant that love. The entire Negro population, the group feels the way you do about it. I think they're probably more than willing to take their share of the world that's available to them and enjoy themselves in it. How about you? As a Calvinist, if he doesn't think that very many Negroes think like I do, then he is being mighty naive. Do you think that Negroes are going to continue to live in a society where dogs can be sicked on them at will and not do something about it? You're out of your mind. Is there anyone here that would like to comment after having heard what Mr. X said?
No, I don't.
How about you, sir? Would you like to comment?
I don't agree with him because I'm not a follower of Muhammad myself. I think that all people have been mistreated in some form or another. But I don't agree with him. I don't follow Muhammad. I don't think anyone should follow one man. I think they should follow their own conscience. I think the main problem of most Negroes is that they feel sorry for themselves. And I think that this keeps them back much more than they would be if they didn't feel so sorry for themselves.
If Martin Luther King, Roy Wilkins, or any of these compromising Negroes who say exactly what the white man wants to hear is interviewed anywhere in the country, you don't get anybody to offset what they say. But whenever a black man stands up and says something that white people don't like, then the first thing that white man does is run around to try and find somebody to say something to offset what has just been said. This is natural, but it is done.
When I look at that video, I notice some things. when Malcolm X started talking, I noticed that the federal agents came in, and all of the federal agents were the ones with the black hats. And when they saw that Malcolm X was just saying a little too much, they pulled in this black guy, which is also a federal agent, and have him to, as he say, go against anything that a black man has to say. And I think that that video is just worth watching one more time.
Teaching this kind of a doctrine of hate and a doctrine of separationism, is bound to inflame the passions of people, wouldn't you imagine?
The deeds that the white man has committed against black people is what is inflaming black people. There's no teaching inflames anyone.
They were already there, but let's just say that that particular agent, that was the first one to step in. There are going to be about 4 of them out there.
What you do to a man that inflames him. And if the white man wants black people to love him, then he should do something to warrant that love.
The entire Negro population, the group feels the way you do about it. I think they're probably more than willing to take their share of the world that's available to them and enjoy themselves in it.
How about you? I love Calvin and stuff. If he doesn't think that very many Negroes think like I do, then he is being mighty.
Now the black agent isn't even in the picture now, so how would he know anything about the conversation? But they're about to pull him in. You're going to see him ease in the background.
Naive. Do you think that Negroes are going to continue to live in a society where dogs can be sicked on them at will and not do something about it? You're out of your mind.
Is there anyone here that would like to comment after having heard?
Now the black agent is about to come in, but he's a few people behind. And it's kind of like impossible for him to hear exactly what is going on. But they're going to put him in there. And it just, even after all these years watching this, it is still disrespectful. And it's hurting as a black person how black people can be used to divide.
Mr. Exton?
No, I don't.
How about you, sir? Would you like to comment?
Now, why did the black guy have to look around first before he stepped up to the mic? And then when he's at the mic, he's swallowing and looking all nervous, and he's looking like he's reading. You can see it. This damn guy is nothing but an agent, and a scary one at that.
I don't agree with him because I'm not a follower of Muhammad myself. I think that all people have been mistreated in some form or another, but I don't agree with him. I don't follow Muhammad. I don't think anyone should follow one man. I think they should follow their own conscience. I think the main problem of most Negroes is that they feel sorry for themselves, and I think that this keeps them back much more than they would be if they didn't feel so sorry for themselves.
If Martin Luther King, Roy Wilkins, or any of these compromising Negroes who say exactly what the white man wants to hear is interviewed anywhere in the country, you don't get anybody to offset what they say. But whenever a black man stands up and says something that white people don't like, then the first thing that white man does is run around to try and find somebody to say something to offset what has just been said. This is natural, but it is done.
So you just heard yourself. He said it is natural, yet it is done. That they will always find a black person to offset anything the masses of the blacks are saying. That's why we have Charles Barkley's and Stephen A's and all of these other people's, Candice Owens, and now Lil Wayne's punk ass. I don't even see why people will follow somebody like Lil Wayne any damn way. I mean, say, man, look here. If you a real man, you don't even play like that. Ain't no man finna walk up to me to kiss me in my mouth. Homeboy, you finna die. I am not finna put on no female clothes to get some goddamn laughs. I am not gonna do all that faggoty ass shit because I consider myself to be a man. I don't do that. Now I know that they have men that are gay that do that, but ain't no such thing as an in-between. If you're an in-between, that's what we call bisexuals. I'll go strictly one way, and that is toward the females. So when you see guys like Lil Wayne, I mean, look at him. He's buck broke. What the hell else would a buck broke black person say? The same thing with guys like Charles Barkley. If you want to get in, you gotta let us in. And now he buck broke. So don't be surprised when the next coon out, they took down all my videos, every last one. And I said that, hey, look for it. Every time something happens with a black person, they're going to find some damn coon somewhere to say that we're tripping. The laws ain't doing nothing to y'all. All y'all gotta do is pull your pants up. Hey, why don't you comply? The law say lay down in that muddy water. Lay down in that muddy water. You know what? Come to think of it, that is something else to protest about how the media keeps putting these damn coons in our faces to piss us off, because they know that black people don't like the words that are coming out of those coons' mouths. That's why they keep putting them up there. They won't put a black person that sees things from our perspective. They always got to find a coon that's going to see things from their perspective. So that is something else for us to protest about equality when it comes to this goddamn reporting. Because there's no reporting. We know the game and the terms that they use to describe black people in the media. We're tired of that. All of these games that white people try to play, they act like, oh, they want to act ignorant, like we didn't know what the hell was going on. They know exactly what the hell they're doing. We know what they're doing because we just don't have the concrete proof to prove on paper what they're doing. They get away. And as I say, we need to shut up all these damn rat holes so these rats won't have anywhere else to hide. These protesters don't have the right people, I would say, that are putting all the grievances on paper. They are only bringing up a few issues. And I don't really trust a lot of these people that run these organizations because they have another agenda really going on. Not just what they're trying to say about the black lives. They won't give two shits about black lives. But there's something else behind the scenes going on. That's why we need some people, really, I say, from the damn streets. All these college people, they don't have the experiences of people on the streets who are getting abused by these damn cops. You know, my brother was a college boy. And I remember having conversations with him about what goes on the streets. And he's trying to tell me, oh, man, by law, they can't do it. They have them cops in jail. I say, man, I'm on the streets. I'm telling you what's going on. You don't believe me? And so that's why I'm saying that sometimes these people that they have speaking for black people need to sit the hell down because they don't really experience what people on the streets experience every damn day, not just every now and then. We know about the crimes that are being committed against black people on the streets. We know the laws are breaking against black people on the streets. So why don't you people go out on the streets and talk to the damn people and see what the hell they have to say? What the hell do they want? As I say, man, they need some diversity in these little groups that they have. All I see is a bunch of little kids and college boys and people that they don't want to mess with hardly because they don't mess with people on the streets like that. I mean, that's just my opinion on this. And I think that this protest could be done a lot better, and I think that they should bring up more issues concerning black people. Bring up all the issues, not some. Bring them all up. Because we need this to change. And while we got the establishment on their heels, we need to go fast forward and get what we've been trying to get, what our ancestors been trying to get for way over 400 years. You people in these groups don't think for 1 second that you don't have an infiltrator in your group because you have this open door policy on your groups. Anybody can join in as long as they talking like you want them to talk. Have you ever wondered why the cops are always there where you plan to be at? And you didn't tell anybody, but how the hell do they know? Because someone in your group is telling them. And black people, we need to tighten up on the membership, the qualifications for memberships to these damn groups. And quit letting infiltrators in so your plans can be thwarted. And with this protest, I feel some mess coming on because historically, when black people get to this point to where they are sick and tired, they'll always come with some type of compromise, some little shiny little something to take your mind off of what you actually were coming for. And they're going to come with some bullshit. I know they are. Police reform. What type of police reform? All thing I need to do is charge them damn cops that are doing wrong and stop trying to find ways to get them off. You know, if that's the type of reform you're talking about, we're all for it. But anything else other than that you're talking about more training, there's no such thing as more training that you need to get a person to respect another person. That is something you are born with. That is something you are taught in the home. By the time he's an adult, he should know that. And if he doesn't, that's because he doesn't have that. He is just a disrespectful ass person. I mean, I think black people should fight for mental brutality because this is mental brutality. To watch a loved one being killed ain't shit you can do about it. To watch on TV of another fellow black person being killed, and there's nothing you can do about it. Your neighborhoods are being torn down and handed to other people, and there is nothing you can do about it. They're taking all the jobs away, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. People are working in your neighborhoods that are not of your race, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. They come up with people like Charles Barkley and Candice Owens and say, these are your new leaders. But we didn't select them. And there's not a damn thing we can do about it because we don't control the media. We have a lot of things that we are pissed off about here in Black America. And unless these leaders of these damn groups, Black Lives Matter, whoever the hell else, whoever they are, unless you bring them up, how will people know? I saw a video where a guy from Africa said, hey, it used to be that we didn't see these things, but when they killed George Floyd, it was for the whole world to see. Well, since you have the whole world looking, let the whole world know everything that's going on, not just something. There's more than police brutality going on here in America. There's mental brutality that has been committed against black people since slavery. I say before, when you go online and can look up stories like the little boy that was 14-year-old that was executed, and then knowing that maybe some of those people are still alive, but there's nothing done about it, you don't think that's mental abuse? When I can look in these history books and see black people hung from trees, being burnt as stakes and stuff, and some of those people are still alive that participated, you don't think that has some type of mental abuse on black people? When you took George Floyd from out of that police vehicle and killed him for the whole world to see, you don't think that has some type of psychological effect and mental abuse on black people? People say, well, what the looting got to do with it? The looting has everything to do with it. Have you people forgot that my ancestors, that your people looted their land and everything that you have today comes from that? So you want to get mad about some store that has insurance on it and the items that they're stealing out of the store ain't worth a damn plug nickel. But you want to yet complain about, oh, the black people are looting. But you don't complain about when white kids loot and tap the whole damn town when their college football team has lost or won. The double standards, they got to stop. It's going to stop. I predicted this years ago, hey man, America has seen its better days, America is going down, 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 baby. Because the simple fact of you racists just refuse to give it up. You're not going to give it up. It has to be wrestled and taken away from you. And that is your power. And see, right now, black people are kind of like marching and protesting. But the longer we don't get what we want, the more it's going to intensify. You know, to be honest, I'm saying things what probably should happen so far as white people being nice and stuff, but they're not going to be nice. And the fact of the matter is that they're going to lose all of their power because they refuse to share. So since you refuse to share, we're going to take all your damn marbles and allow you not to play at all. I mean, that's just what's going to happen. That's been prophesied. Look in your Bible, folks. Don't believe me. Reg, you're wrong. What would Jesus do? Well, Jesus said that I come not to bring peace, but a division. You know what that means, don't you? I remember that old song. I think it goes, lift every voice and sing. But the way things are going these days, we're going to have to rewrite that to lift every fist and swing. Save America. Stop racism.